Hello and welcome to v-lrn Virtual Learning Network. This is session number 6, व्याख्यान 6. In this session, you are going to learn about animals name, that means जानवरों के नाम, and birds name, that is पक्षियों के नाम. So let us start with the bird's name first. Birds, you know, that flies. Usually you found them in the sky or perching on the tree branch. So let us start with the bird's name first. The first bird that we are going to study here is pigeon. You must have seen this bird. This is a very famous or very known bird found in India. Pigeon, we call it as kabutar. What do we call it as? Kabutar. Next one, it's rooster. It's a colorful bird and it usually gives cocks in the morning. It is called rooster. It's a colorful bird with the feathers on the body. As you can see in the picture, we call the bird as rooster. In Hindi, we call it as murga. What do we call it? Murga. Say it again. Murga. This is somewhat a little bit ugly looking bird. This is a very well known bird of India. It's called crow. Black color bird with a very harsh voice. It is called crow. In Hindi we call crow as kaua. What do we call? Kaua. Yeah, this is also black color, little bit grayish color bird. But it has a very beautiful voice. Sarojini Naidu is called the nightingale of India. That means nightingale is a very beautiful voice, sweet melodious voice it has. It's a small bird. We call it as nightingale. In Hindi we call it as bulbul. What do we call? Bulbul. Say it again. Bulbul. This is again a black color looking like more of a crow, but it is slightly different from crow and it has a good voice. It has sweet voice like nightingale, but nightingale has exceptionally good voice, exceptionally sweet voice, but this bird cuckoo has also very good voice. This is black. This is more like a crow, but this bird has a very nice voice, sweet voice. We call it as cuckoo, and in Hindi we call the bird as koyal. Koyal has a sweet voice, melodious voice. What do we call the bird as? Koyal. What do we call? Koyal. Next one is sparrow. This is very rarely found now. It has got extinct these days. Sparrow, this is a small bird, but it has got extinct or in endangered list now. So this is called sparrow, and in Hindi we call it as goraiya. What do we call? Goraiya. Say it again. Goraiya. Starling. This is lovebird. Sometimes we call it as lovebird also. Usually found in gardens near the plants, trees. This is called starling. We call it as maina. Maina is another word very famous in India. This is black brown bird with yellow beak. This is called starling. Hindi we call the bird as maina. Say it again. Maina. Parrot, the green color bird. It eats green chilies. It sometimes copies man's voice also. It can easily imitate man's voice. It can speak like man sometimes. If you make the parrot learn few things, it simply imitates man's voice. So it sometimes says words like man, sometimes copies him, like the words whatever he says man, he copies a man. So this bird is called parrot. It is usually being domesticated by people, and this bird is called parrot. In Hindi we call the bird as tota. What do we call? Tota. Yeah, the national bird of India, peacock. You can see the beautiful color of the peacock, blue color body, and the feathers like anything. The beauty of the feathers is like anything. So peacock is the national bird of India, usually found in the forest and in the fields. It is dancing during the rains. It dances like anything during the rains. It dances beautifully. This is the peacock, the national bird of India. We call peacock as more. What do we call peacock? More. This is a bird which dangerous. It usually eats flesh of animals, sometimes other birds. So this is, we call it as falcon. Falcon is what? Bars. It has very strong eyes. It has a very heavy body too, and it has very strong and very smart eyes. It catches its prey very easily. While flying in the sky, it has very smart eyes and it catches its prey very easily. We call it as bars. What do we call? Bars. Yeah, this is another very beautiful bird. You can see the body of a bird. Colorful, orangish, bluish, brownish, white color patches. It looks very beautiful. It is called pheasant. Pheasant in Hindi is called as teetar. What do we call? Teetar. Say it again. Teetar. Yeah, eagle is again, it's a bird who eats the flesh, who eats the dead remaining part of the body or the dead remains of the animals and birds. It has also very strong eyes, big bird it is, and with very big wings also. It flies very high in the sky, catches its prey very easily. It is called eagle. We call it as cheel. What do we call? Cheel. Say it again. Cheel. Duck. Duck is found in water, usually ponds, lakes, and it has webbed feet. It has white body. Very beautiful bird it is, with yellow beak. It is called buttock. What do we call duck as? Buttock. Yeah, this is another bird found in water, but it has long legs. Duck has small legs and it has webbed feet, but this bird has long legs. It is usually out of the water and it has long beak to catch the fish or small insects inside the water as its prey. So this is called crane, and in Hindi we call the bird as saras. What do we call? Saras. Owl. Owl is a bird usually seen in nights. It can see only in nights. We call it as ullu. What do we call? Ullu. It has very sharp eyes. It can see in the nights. It is called ullu. Now after birds we are going to learn about animals. Now let us start with animals. Animals. In the forest you can see different animals. Kutta, billi, sher, cheetah, bhalu, gai, hathi, chooha. These are the names of different animals. Now you want to learn which one is the which animal. So let us discuss them in detail. These are few more animals: saap, ghoda, bandar, gainda, bakri, hiran, suar. So let us learn. Dog, the friend of man, it guards our house, very faithful animal. In fact, imitates man also sometimes. Very intelligent animal of all the animals. It's called kutta. What do we call dog as? Kutta. Say it again. Kutta. Beautiful cat, furry body and sharp eyes, black eyes, you can see. It is called cat. It eats mice. We call it as billi. What do we call cat as? Billi. Lion. This is the ferocious animal, wild animal. Lion. Very ferocious animal it is, usually found in forest. It eats only flesh of other animals. We call lion as sher. What do we call? Sher. Say it again. Sher. Yeah, another animal which is ferocious and has highest speed of all the animals. It runs at the highest speed from all the animals. It is called cheetah in English, and in Hindi also we call it as cheetah. It has a thin body as compared to lion. It's small. Lion has 6 feet, 5 feet long body. Cheetah has little bit smaller, but it has black patches with yellowish body and black patches, brown patches. This is bear. It's usually found in snowy areas. It has thick fur around its body to keep the animal warm during winters also. In snowy regions also. We call bear as bhalu. Say it again. Bhalu. This is domesticated animal. It gives us milk. Milk is very important for us. Usually get milk and other milk products we get from cow, and the milk is very healthy for us. So cow is usually domesticated for milk and other things. So we call cow in Hindi as gaye. What do we call? Gaye. This is the largest land animal, huge land animal, found usually in forest, very heavy body with 4 legs and 1 trunk, and the whole body is too huge. It is called elephant. In Hindi we call elephant as hathi. What do we call? Hathi. This is small animal usually found in homes, eating small things in homes, eatables. It is called mouse. It has mustaches and big ears and the big tail also. It is called mouse, and in Hindi we call mouse as chooha. It is usually the prey of a cat. It is called chooha. Yeah, another poisonous animal which if once bites you, so you will be no more. The snake can kill you to death. Sometimes snakes are poisonous, sometimes not poisonous also. So what do we call snake as? Saap. What do we call? Saap. Horse. It is also very good animal. It runs very fast. Usually people domesticate it for, earlier people used to have it for as their vehicle. When the vehicles were not there, People usually use it as their vehicle to go from one place to another. It has brown body, black color here on its tail. It's called horse. We call it as ghoda. What do we call? Ghoda. This is monkey. Monkey is a small animal. It is called bandar. What do we call? Usually found in trees, eats banana and all. Sometimes monkey man comes and makes the monkey dance to his tunes. You must have seen monkey. It's called bandar. Rhinoceros. It has big horns, as you can see in the picture. It is usually found in swampy water and it is called rhinoceros in English, and in Hindi we call it as gainda. What do we call? Gainda. This is a sweet animal, usually very meek. It is called goat. It has the fur around its body, usually found in forests and all. We call it as goat, and in Hindi we call it as bakri. What do we call? Bakri. Deer. It is also found in forest. It has big horns on its head. It also runs very fast, but usually the prey of tiger, cheetah and lion, because very soft to eat. Its skin is very soft. So usually the prey of lion and other wild animals. It's called deer in Hindi, and in Hindi we call it as hiran. What do we call? Hiran. Rabbit, a furry animal, lives in burrows. It usually makes burrows make holes inside the earth and lives there in the burrows. Very soft fur it has, and it is called rabbit. In Hindi we call rabbit as khargosh. What do we call? Khargosh. So now these were the animals that you have learned and the birds. Now some do it yourself exercise for you so that you can recall what you have learned. You have to name these birds and animals in your notebook in Hindi. Duck. Yes, you are right. Batak. Similarly, you have to find the words for rhinoceros, monkey, horse, elephant and bear. So try to recall the things that you have learned right now and identify the name of the following birds from the pictures. Can you identify them? Try to recall the things so that you can have a glance that have you learned something from this session, or try to recall the things and try to review the things one more time so that you can learn the name of the birds and animals better. So that is all for this session about birds and animals. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Happy learning. V-Learning.